Okay, so I'm not dancing this week, okay? I'm tired. I'm beat up. Long week. Don't feel like dancing. So, rather than dancing, this is what we're going to do. So, yesterday, if you watched the vlog yesterday, I caught a Mewtwo in Pokemon Go. Super hyped, super excited. Someone took that moment, apparently, and did something with it. So I'm going to play that now before we jump into today's Free Flow Friday, and let's just take a listen. Got him, dude! I am hyped up. This is awesome. I am like. JB, thank you, Jonathon Brown, Purple Monkey Entertainment. I can't believe you did that to me. So, Spencer Stapleton sent me a message via Twitter. It's our 100th episode over on Fotress of Nerditude. So if you don't know about that podcast, if you haven't heard that podcast, go check that podcast out for all your geeky stuff. But I'm going to play something. I'm going to do something now because Spencer reached out to me and was like, it's episode 100. And we want to have, since you were a guest on one of the episodes, we want you to call in to our number and leave a message. So let's do that. Let's call. I think Spencer gave me the wrong number.
Welcome to the Fotress of Nerditude podcast voicemail. Leave us a message.
Fotress of Nerditude, one of my favorite geeky podcasts in all the land. This is Bobby the Nintendo Guru, just reaching out to you guys and just wanted to say, man, congratulations on hitting episode 100. No easy feat. Let's be honest. Nobody thought you guys would get here. I definitely didn't think you guys would get past episode 2. And then you shocked me. And then you did an episode 3, and a 4, and a 5. And now you're at episode 100. I tip my cap to you. You can't see me tipping my cap. I can't, well, you could if you watch the video, Free Flow Friday. I'm recording this live, so I'm going to tip my cap to you guys. And I just want to say, like, congratulations. Hopefully, this is just the beginning of some great things. And hopefully, episode 200, I'll be back again to do this again. And bring me back on, man. Bring me back on the show. What are you doing? How do you not have me back on the show? That is all. Thank you, guys. Congratulations. Peace out. So it's that time. It's that Free Flow Friday. Here we go. Let's go. Your boy back at it yet again. Here we go. So, last week I did my pet peeves, right? And in my pet peeves, I talked about, like, there's some more I could do based on one of my pet peeves. One of my pet peeves, talking in the movie theater, drives me bananas. Like, legit bananas. I wasn't ever allowed to talk when I went to the movies. Like, I remember the first movie I ever went to go see was Superman. The original Superman with Christopher Reeve. And I remember we went during a matinee. And it was, we were at my grandfather's and we were swimming. And my dad was like, okay, get out of the pool, go get dressed. We're going to do something. And I was a little upset because I'm like,
man, I'm over here swimming, bro. Like, I don't want to go nowhere. Like, I'm having fun and I'm swimming.
And my dad's like,
go get dressed. Now. I'm not telling you again. Go get dressed.
So I do. I go get dressed, come out, right? A little annoyed that I'm having to leave my cousins and all that stuff. The barbecue at my grandfather's house. I'm like, this is nonsense, but whatever. So we go, get in a truck, and my dad's like, I didn't want to say nothing in front of it. We're going to the movies. And I'm like,
the what? The what? The The movie? What's the movie, Dad? Like, what?
Just get in the truck, let's go.
We drive to the movie theater, and before we get in the movie theater, we stop, and he tells me,
If you talk, if you make any noise, you do anything, we're leaving, we're coming out here, and I'm gonna whip that.
and I'm like, and I'm not saying nothing because I'm like, I want to talk, but he said not to talk. So if I talk, he's going to whip me. So I'm just going to sit here and stare at him and nod and like, whatever, Dad. In my mind, I'm going,
You got it, man. Whatever you need, Pops. Whatever, you got me, bro. Whatever you say is what we're doing. We ain't talking. Don't worry about it.
but in my mystery, I'm just like, so what do we watch? Like, we're coming to the movies. Like, we always watch the movies at home. What's this? What are we going to get? Like, what is happening here? He's like, we're going to see Superman. So we go in, we sit down, we watch Superman, greatest moment of my life. Like, I'm all, like, amped up, like I'm watching Superman as a young little toddler and stuff. And I'm like, this is the greatest day of my life. Watching me some Superman, you know? And, so anyway, it always instilled this thing in me, like, when you go to the movie theater, you're there to watch a movie. You're not there to talk. You're not there to do anything. So there's 3 stories that I want to tell of 3 different occasions that, like, my anger got the best of me in a movie theater. And I probably should have got beat up by now. But apparently, when you're just an asshole and you say some stuff, people get a little nervous. One time I didn't really say anything, but we'll get to that. So the first time, me and my buddy, Dave, my best friend, my real life best friend from high school, we go to this Don Bluth movie. I can't even remember the name of it. Some sci-fi thing. I probably could look it up. I don't feel like looking it up. Whatever. The movie was horrible. Hot trash in the summer all day long. Like the worst thing you ever want to see. It's so bad. So bad. I don't care. Maybe if I'm feeling generous, I'll go look it up and I'll like flicker the name right here. But I'm not, right now, I don't have, no, not happening. So we go to the movies, right? And the theater, no lie, was probably twice the size of my room, like width-wise, and then probably 20 feet, okay? So pretty much what you have is you have 3 chairs, you have an aisle, and then you have 2 chairs. So the theater's not big. Theater's not big at all. Movie is so bad that we start watching it, and I fall asleep, right? Now, I fall asleep probably 25 minutes in, give or take. So when I pass out, there's only like 4 people in the theater. 5. We'll say 5. Because I think there was 1 person behind us and 2 up ahead of us. And then another 2 ahead of that. And then me and him. So 7.
I can't count. From Jersey. Can't count, can't read. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's Jersey. You know what I mean?
I'm sitting there. I pass out, right? My head's back, drooling, all that stuff. Whatever. I don't care. I paid my money. The movie's horrible. Don't care. Well, I wake up, and here's 2 people sitting directly in front of me. I look at my boy. I'm like, Dave. Because these 2 are talking. They're having a full-on conversation. Like, they're just flowing. And I'm like, I guess I'm not too mad because, you know, whatever. It is what it is. So now, these 2 get up and leave. Okay? About 10 minutes go by. Now I'm watching the movie. I'm giving it a chance. They're giving it that old college try.
Never went to college. I don't know what that means. Whatever. It's college try. People say it all the time. I'm just going to use the reference. Don't know what it means. Don't care. Whatever. Pfft, it's a thing.
As I'm sitting there, a couple people walk in. They walk in. They go a couple rows down. They sit down. They're watching the movie. They start talking. They get up and leave. So I look at Dave and I'm like, what is going on here? Like, is this real life right now? People are just walking in and out of this place. What is going on? Another 5 minutes go by. Another 2 people walk in. Go down a couple rows. Sit down. Boom. A couple minutes go by. They start talking. They get up. They leave. Now my mind's blown. I'm like, what is it about this theater that people think they can just walk in and out? Now I'm getting annoyed. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, this is not okay. with me. Whatever, is what it is. Now, group of kids. 6 or 7 kids, right? Come in. They walk about 3 rows ahead of us, and they just stand there. They stand in the middle of the theater. Now imagine, right? Imagine right here is the screen, right? Imagine you're me, and we're all standing here, we're talking, we're hanging out, we're having a good time. Dude, I can't see the screen. They're in the middle of the screen. There's 6 of them. And I'm like, and I look at my boy, I'm like, dude, I had enough. And I don't even get the words out of my mouth. And Dave is full on with a cup of soda and throws it. And it's like, sit the f*** down. Kids turn and they walk out and they leave. And I look at him like, what is wrong with you, man? Like, what? Now we're probably like 22 years old at this time. But I look at him and I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, what just? He's like, I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of it. Can't take it no more. I'm just had it up to here. That's it. Nobody came in. The rest of the time, we're done. We're good. Second movie we go see. We go to see Transporter 2. Another bad movie. Just seems like bad movies just create bad behavior. We're gonna act like jack-offs in bad movies. Whatevs. It is what it is.
I am so sorry for saying whatevs. It's just, it just came out, slipped out. And I'm not proud of this moment. But can we move on past this? It's friends. Let's just act like this didn't happen, okay? Thank you.
So now I'm sitting there, right? I'm with me and again, my boy Dave, and at the time he was married, his wife Jackie, right? So we're sitting there, and I don't think he was married at the time. I think he was just dating Jackie at the time. But whatever, that's not relevant to the story. Doesn't matter. So we're sitting, and here's the thing. When I go to the theater, and Dave's the same way, when we go to the theaters, we got to go back row, middle of the theater. Back row, middle. So this way, nobody can sit in front of us, nobody sits behind us, and we got the full screen right in front of us.
Oh, the glory!
And it's like, whatever.
Do it again. Sorry. So sorry.
So now, right, we're sitting here, and we're in the back, and three couples sit down the side, right? Younger kids. And they're talking. Trailers are going, and they're talking. And look, trailers, I enjoy trailers, but they can be long. They can take a long time to get to the main movie. So I get it when some people want to talk during trailers. I don't like it, but in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, they'll be quiet. When the lights drop, they'll be quiet. They're not going to be quiet. They're going to keep... And I'm like, they're having a date, but they're hanging out talking. Like, no, man. So I look over at Dave, and he's like, just chill. And Jackie's getting mad, and she keeps eyeballing down, and I can see it. And she's like, shh. And they're not listening. They're just like, whatever. So finally, man, I had enough. We're about 20 minutes into the movie, and they ain't shutting up. So I just stand up, get up, and I start walking down the aisle. Now, these kids are sitting in the aisle, and they got their feet up, right? So I walk down to the end, and I walk down, and there's a kid. He's got his feet up. And he goes, oh, I'm sorry. He puts his feet down. I go, oh, you're sorry. I said, how about this? Don't worry about your feet. Why don't you shut the f*** up? Man, I ain't paid for this movie for you to run your jaws the whole time. I don't want to come back over here again. I'm going right over there. Don't make me come back over here. That's all I'm going to say. Don't make me come back over here. I just walk back, sit down. They don't say a word. The rest of the film, they don't say a word. They're just chilled out. Done. So, okay, now we're on to the last final story. We go to see The Patriot, right? Mel Gibson, opening weekend. This thing's supposed to be like Braveheart, like a big event, right? We go in, and the theater is packed. Packed. Now, I don't know about you guys, right? But when me and Dave go to movies, we don't sit side by side. Like, he ain't bumped up against me. I'm not going to be in the middle of the movie, him laying his head on my shoulder. Like, no, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. So, there's always a space between us. It's how we roll. It's always been that way. Don't know why. Don't know how. The only time someone sits next to me is if it's a date.
Now, technically, he's my date. He's my date. I gotta give it to he's sexy date. He's gorgeous. Gotta say him. Beautiful man. Not really.
When the movie starts, so you have the screen, but the picture was like a foot or two outside the screen. And there's no sound at all. Now, the trailers played, no problem. All the trailers were perfect. But when the feature started, it sat outside of the screen, no sound. And it's playing, and the movie started, and I'm like, oh, man. So I look at Dave, I said, man, would you go tell a manager? Like, come on, dude. Like, I'm in, he's out. He's on the corner, he's on the end. He's like, yeah, I'll go. So he gets up and leaves. Now, mind you, when he leaves, there's his jacket, there's his popcorn, there's his soda, all right there, still there. So as I'm sitting there, the movie kind of clicks on and fixes. First the screen fixes, boop, then the sound clicks on. Well, just before the sound clicks on, I can hear to my left, behind me, because there's a wall behind me, and then there's a couple seats that go up back, right? I can hear a guy, husband and wife, say to their two boys,
you and your brother sit here, and me and your mom, and we'll sit down in these two seats. We're going to be right there, okay?
I realize 1-2 is going to be 1-2 next to me, and then where Dave's seat is. I'm like, whatever. I'll tell him when he gets over here. No big deal. Movie clicks on, and people are already annoyed. Like, you can hear the people, like, grumbling when the thing was messed up, and they feel like they missed some of the movie or whatever. And I don't talk in the theaters. I keep my mouth shut. So, guy comes over, right? And he walks up, and as he goes to walk in the aisle, I look up at him, because I'm sitting, right? I look up at him, and he's like, is someone sitting here? So I point to Dave's stuff. I go like this, meaning the jacket, all this stuff, and I shake my head, yes. And I go like this. I go like this, yeah. But I don't say yes. The guy goes,
what does this mean? I don't know what this means. What does this mean? Somebody sitting here or not?
So I just shake my head, yeah. And I point to the stuff and I go, yeah. He goes,
well, I don't know what this means. You could have just said yes. I don't know what this means.
And I'm sitting there, and he's like, just be real cocky and arrogant. And listen, if you live in New Jersey, you get it. There's some cocky and arrogant motherfucker. Just, it's part of the territory. It is what it is. So I'm sitting there. I'm like,
you know what this means, bro?
He loses his mind. Loses his mind. And he's like,
you just gave me the finger. You just gave me the finger. I can't believe you did that. I didn't do anything to you. You just gave me, why would you give me the middle finger?
And now I'm sitting there, and I'm just like sitting. I'm like, whatever, dude, just go away. And he keeps like coming up and like towering down at me and like trying to make me jump. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, if you're gonna, and I said to him, if you're gonna hit me, dude. Otherwise, whatever. So, meantime, Dave comes back. Dave sits in his seat, and he sits down. Now, the guy is on the outside of the aisle, right? But he's like, he keeps walking up to like where Dave is, and he's like, pointing at me, he goes, you just, dude, what? There was no need for that. Dave's like, what? What are you doing, dude? Like, and he goes,
he just gave me the finger, man. He just gave me the finger.
And Dave looks at me and goes, did you just give him the finger? And I just looked at Dave and I'm like, he starts laughing. He goes, you did. You gave him the finger. Why you gotta give him the finger, dude? Why? We come here to watch a movie. You gotta give him the finger? Look at this guy. This guy's an idiot. Look at the way he's acting. I'm like, Dave, dude, he's acting like a jerk, man. I was like, whatever, dude. And Dave's like, finally, the guy's just making a scene. And the woman's like, let's go get the manager. Let's go get the manager. And the guy's like, no, I'm going to take care of this myself, man. And Dave goes, takes a handful of popcorn and throws it in the guy's face and goes, go sit down. And the guy's like, oh, real tough, Stone Cold. Because my boy Dave had a goatee, still has a goatee, and a bald head. And at the time, wrestling was big and all that stuff. And the guy walked away. And we were sitting there, and I'm like, we're going to get kicked out. Sure enough, manager never came, because they never went and got a manager. They just went to the other side or something, sat down. But it was like, so it's this thing that, like, I'm afraid to go to movies with Dave. Like, I love to go to movies. I love hanging with Dave, but we can't be trusted to go to movies together no more. It's just, we're idiots. We don't keep our mouth shut, and we just like to start trouble. Apparently.
But now we're getting too old. And Dave, I know you're watching this right now. And I would love to go to the movies with you. But dude, we can't do what we used to do back in the day. You might be able to still swing a hammer and be able to do some damage. But me, man, I'm too old. And I'm way out of shape to be trying to throw fists. I don't want to get beat up by a young millennial. Because that would be the worst thing that ever happened to me.
So that is all. Thank you guys for watching today's Free Flow Friday Nintendo Guru Daily. Follow me, Instagram, Twitter, at Nintendo Gurus. Please, if you like the video, slap the like button down below. Share it with all your friends. If you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. It's what we do. Please make it happen. I will love you forever
And ever.
Yes. So, that is all. Peace out, Preston.